in 2007 or 8 when Steve Jobs launched the first iPhone. I looked at the presentation very, very closely. In every slide, there was just one point. You see Nike, you see Apple. Everywhere, you'll know just by looking at the post, it is of Nike. So the future is H to H, human to human. The coaches, their skills are 10 on 10, but the PPTs are 3 on 10. So I redesigned the PPT, and just by redesigning the PPT, his sales got up by 30%. There are three things, as I mentioned: declutter the PPTs, one point per slide, use relevant images, and go only with your brand colors and experience the magic. Yes. So, Kiran, I was reading this book, Build a Story Brand by Donald Miller. In the first chapter itself, it was written, if you confuse people, you lose them.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode where we are going to talk about a very important topic, which is about design that sells. Shubham, who is a design domination coach, who helps coaches and freelancers create professional presentations that not only look amazing, but also sell through the power of one-to-one storytelling. So, Shubham, welcome. Very glad to have you on this show.
Thank you, Kiran. Thanks. It's such an honor to be talking to you again.
The pleasure is all mine. So what we'll do is we'll talk about how great design can help anyone win clients faster, and make our message to stand out and close the deal with confidence. So, dear audience, we have Shubham here, who is an authority in this, and we will get to know more about his story, which will be having lot of insights into this conversation. So let's begin. So Shubham, can you please tell us, how you started this journey into design?
Okay. So it started as a hobby in 2007. I used to watch cricket matches and see that the scoreboard graphics are, something that I don't like. So I used to open the PPT and redesign the scoreboard graphics in my own way, thinking that they would use my style someday. But professionally, I got into it last year. So one of my friends came to me with her PPT and said, Shivam, could you please look at it and give me feedback? So after looking at the PPT, I told her, Doctor, your skills are up here, but your PPT is somewhere here. Is it okay if I could redesign your PPT? To which she agreed. So I redesigned the PPT, I shared it with her, and she loved it so much. She not only used in her webinars, she also gave me 15 more clients for it. So that's how I got into this professionally.
Wow. I think that this must have been the turning point, that made you focus on coaches and freelancers.
Exactly. So because I've attended many sessions, I've attended training, bought courses, and one thing I saw is the coaches, their skills are 10 on 10, but the PPTs are 3 on 10. And since PPT is the first thing that your prospects will see in the webinar, they'll think you are 3 on 10. And that
Nice.
is the gap that I'm filling, Kiran.
Wow. That's nice. That's so insightful. So, Shubham, what has been, in this journey, what has been that one aha moment, when you realized, that design isn't just about aesthetics, it is also about the sales and the psychology. So, what has been that one aha moment for you?
Yes. So there's this client of mine. He's a traditional fitness coach. He is great at what he does, but his PPTs was somewhere, below par. So he came to me and he said, Shubham, just redesign the PPTs. And since I've known him for years, I know he was, making a lot of money. So I redesigned the PPT, and just by redesigning the PPT, his sales got up by 30%.
Wow.
Only the PPT. Yes. So that was my aha moment. And I decided, okay, fine. Now this is my direction.
Nice. So I think, this was a wonderful story where you shared when a success story of your client has actually helped you become good at your craft.
Exactly. And that's the feedback. When what you do makes an impact and gets results in yourself, you feel confident and all that self-doubt vanishes.
Absolutely, absolutely. I can completely relate to it. So let's now, take it up one more notch, okay, and
Yeah.
let us go into, the details of this design. Why, because I can, understand from what you have been telling that, how important design is, and how important it conveys an unspoken message to the
Yeah.
viewer.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let us get into the, the nitty-gritties of design. And so what makes a presentation, client attracting according to you?
In 2007 or 8, when Steve Jobs launched the first iPhone, I looked at the presentation very, very closely. In every slide, there was just one point.
Wow.
Okay. And as a speaker, as a presenter, as a webinar host, you should be doing the talking, not your PPTs.
Mm.
So that inspired me. And if you see, look at the PPTs, there is only one point per slide. PPT is just to complement what you're saying, but it is you who do the talking. So you look at my PPTs, there is only one point per slide.
So I think, just taking this point further, what do you think are the two or three most common design mistakes people make? One is, as you rightly said, they flood their presentation or their slide with too much of content or
Too
too
much
much of an
content.
information. So what do you think is the top two or three common design mistakes people make?
Okay, so firstly, obviously, is cluttering the slides with a lot of text. Secondly, is using irrelevant images.
Mm.
You might be talking about profit, but your images could be showing loss. Okay, so knowing what images to use is a big mistake. And thirdly, random colors. You are in finance, Kiran. The colors that go with finance are green,
Yeah.
yellow, probably, and even red, obviously, to show loss. I've seen people use yellow, orange, purple, right? So, firstly, you'll have to understand what color goes well with your niche and with your topic, and use only those 2 to 3 colors. Because you see Nike, you see Apple, everywhere, you'll know just by looking at the post, it is of Nike.
Yeah.
Why? Because they use the same colors across every platform. So, these are the 2, 3 mistakes I've observed even coaches make, the best coaches as well.
Absolutely. You are bang on, as if it is, hitting the nail on the head. So thank you. Thank you for sharing that. So if you can, share, nowadays everybody is interested in quick fixes.
Yeah.
Okay. So let us talk about, what are those practical quick fixes or, suggestions you can give to our listeners, which they can apply right away.
The only quick fix which can enhance your PPT 2x is remove the clutter and only have one point per slide. If you're covering, let's say, 10 points, create 10 different slides, and that will enhance your PPT to such an extent you would have never imagined.
I love the simplicity, Shubham. It's just beautiful. Thank you
Thank
so much. Thank you so much for sharing that. So now, I also know that, conversing with you that, presentations is not only meant to be for a large audience, it can
you.
also be a powerful tool for a one-on-one selling, right?
Yes. Yes.
So, why do you think, for a coach or a freelancer that, why this one-on-one selling works best? Why do you think?
Okay. So see, we live in an age and time where social media is everywhere. The purpose of social media was to connect people, but we are disconnected more than ever. Every video you see, you cannot, identify if it is a real video or an AI generated video.
Mm,
So the future is edge to edge, human to human.
mm,
Okay. And the only way you can connect with the human being is by actually meeting them one on one. Kiran, I was running webinars, I was hosting webinars. My conversion rate was very low. I switched to one on one selling, my conversion rate increased to 83%.
wow.
And the power of one on one selling is you get to know the individual.
Mm,
Okay, in a webinar where there are hundreds of people, you cannot pay attention to each and every one. But one-on-one selling, you can know the individual who's in front of you, discover their challenges, know their desires, and give a solution. See, there are hundreds of patients. I think of it like a doctor. Hundreds of patients. Not everyone has the same sickness, right?
correct.
So when
Correct.
I'm talking to you, you have headache, I'll diagnose it and give you pill for the headache. Someone has fever, I diagnose and give them a pill for fever. Okay, so that's the power of one-on-one selling. You give them what exactly they need right now.
Absolutely. I think this is again, one more big bulb on, wherein this one-to-one and relating to that human-to-human connection. I think
Yes.
this also brings in a lot of trust factor as well when you do this as a human to human connection.
Exactly.
So when that happens, I don't think so that we will be selling, but we'll be rather more than that, we'll be connecting. Yeah.
Exactly. Yes.
Beautiful, beautiful, Shubham, for sharing that. And I also wanted to know, how do you think that, how this design, how a well-designed deck,
Mhm.
amplifies the trust factor, the clarity, and the persuasion in a one-to-one call.
When your PPT is minimal, has relevant text and images, and follows the brand color, design speaks before you speak,
Hmm.
right? I'm sure while traveling, you would have seen a design that caught your eye and you were hooked to it, right? You didn't know anything about the brand, but just the design made you hooked to it.
Yes.
The same thing goes for PPTs, right? As a speaker, you might not focus on it, but just by looking at the PPT, you will be like, man, just look at the PPT. Imagine what he has in offer in his premium community.
Mm.
Okay, so yes, that's the power. But yes, obviously, there are three things, as I mentioned. Declutter the PPTs, 1 point per slide. Use relevant images and go only with your brand colors and experience the magic.
That is so straightforward and easy to understand. Now I get the point, when you say that, you specialize in this one-to-one thing, wherein you exactly give what your client or the person who has come to you is wanting.
Exactly.
So thanks, Shubham. So I would also, it'll be great to know one, if you can share us your one small success story with a real client of yours. I think you shared one of the health professional earlier, but if you can share one more small success story of a real client, and
Yeah,
where you saw, the results and what kind of results came in when they could tweak their deck and make it much more effective.
sure. In fact, I'd like to tell story of a beginner, complete beginner. Okay.
Mm,
So
mm,
she's an Ayurvedic doctor. She
mm.
helps people with their gut health.
Oh,
She came to me and the first thing she said, Shubham, I'm technically deaf. I cannot even create a Zoom meeting link. Can you help me?
Uh,
I said, ma'am, of course, I can help you. So
uh,
I worked with her. We came up with the content for her webinar for her one-on-one call as well. And since she was a beginner, she needed direction. So I said, ma'am, I've created the PPT for you. Now I will present it as if I'm being you.
yeah.
I presented the PPT in a role play session, gave it to her, gave the recording, and told her, ma'am, just follow that recording. She did it. And Kiran, in the first session itself, she made 1,26,000 rupees
Oh,
in the first session. And she was an absolute beginner.
so I think this again tells us that it's not about how much we know. It's about how we put it across.
Seriously, yes. And see, the power of one-on-one selling is, as you rightly mentioned, trust. And the biggest factor that wins in one-on-one selling is not speaking, it is listening,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Because when you listen to them, you discover the problems and the the desires that they have. You will be able to pinpoint the solution that they need. And
Mm.
that doctor did that and got the result.
It must have been a very, very contented feeling for you as well, I'm very sure.
Exactly, it was, because there are times, even you are a coach, you'd understand. There are many times when I doubted myself. I didn't know what I'll do next, but that result boosted me to know, it was transcendental. I cannot just sorry, I'm getting emotional right now. But it was such an amazing experience when an absolute beginner who cannot even create a Zoom link gets results. It is actually very satisfying as a coach, as a mentor.
Yeah. No, I can completely relate with you. And, I completely agree with you that we being coaches, it's not about just creating a course and doing a selling. It is about creating an impact and delivering that results for our clients or our students. So I think
Exactly.
that is more satisfying than, you know, than generating multiple lakhs or multiple crores of revenue. I think
Exactly.
it's a very satisfying and a very noble thing what we as coaches are doing. Good. Thanks, Shubham. Thanks for that. And I think now let's change the gears a little bit. let us go into a faster mode. And I have some interesting rapid fire questions. Okay, so I want
Ready.
you to be quick, and just give it as a one word, two word answers, and
Ready.
we'll keep it real quick, and let us have a fun filled section inside this podcast, which is called as rapid fire. So,
Ready.
are you ready, Shubham?
Ready.
Chalo, here we go. Okay,
Yes.
so can you tell us what is that one favorite design tool of yours?
Canva.
What is that one biggest client win?
This 1,26,000.
And what is that one design pet peeve? What you can suggest or what you have?
So even one small change takes 4 to 5 hours. Yeah.
Great, great. Okay. So who inspires you creatively?
Steve Jobs. Hands down. Steve Jobs.
You have a good taste.
Thank you.
Okay. So coming to the last one of the rapid fire. One line that defines your work philosophy.
Less is more.
Thank you, Shubham. It has been wonderful interacting with you. Before we wrap up, what I would like to ask you is if Shubham can share one key takeaway for the listeners and the people who are watching this video.
Yes. So, Kiran, I was reading this book, Build a Story Brand by Donald Miller. In the first chapter itself, it was written, if you confuse people, you lose them. Okay. Because see, our brain is created to preserve energy. And if
Mm.
your message makes, brain run on a treadmill, it will lose that energy and people will zone out. So
Mm.
simplify your message. And yes, again, if you confuse them, you lose them.
Beautiful. That is so, so, so impactful. So, Shubham, if anyone of our viewers or anyone who is watching this video would like to follow you or connect with you, how should they be doing that?
So there will be links below the video. They can click on the link and follow my social media. And if they want to connect with me, there's same link is in the description box.
Thank you, Shubham. Again, here you are being very specific and keeping it simple, so no confusion for people.
Thank you.
Great, great, Shivam. It was indeed a pleasure talking to you, and
Thank you.
knowing what you have been doing, the kind of impact you are getting into people's lives, your clients, the things you are doing for your clients, and I wish you all the very best, and may you keep things simple so that it can have 10x, 20x results for your clients. So thank you,
Definitely.
Shubham, for
Thank
joining us on this episode. And we look forward to having such more interactions where maybe, we can talk about specific things about design. We can go deep into the design aspects and we can cover some more. We would love to have you again back on, some future sessions and some interesting topics. So I would like to tell the audience that, if you want to know more about, how Shubham is creating an impact by simplifying the design and talking about keeping minimalistic and simplistic and all that, please put in the comments what are the other topics what you would like to us to discuss about, and we'll plan the session and we'll come up with a new video for all of you. So thank you, Shubham, again for joining us today, and it was great talking to you, man.
Thank you, Kiran. Same here, man. Thank you so much.
Great. So, audience, I would like to, just conclude with saying that, design isn't decoration. Okay. It is actually, it's communication it's that communication actually which sells. So, thank you everyone for being with us, and please put down your comments in the comment section below. We would love to go through them, and we would like to understand what has been your feedback for this particular episode. Thank you, Shubham, again, and we'll see all of you in the next episode. Thank you so much.